I might be too heavy for this ride.
No, they account for all types of people. You're fine.
Help! I'm too heavy! Glenn! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy, Mr. Quagmire! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy, Glenn! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy!
Right, now just shake out. Go, you've got to do this. You can't just pretend. Yeah. Right.
Like,
Yes.
Graham, like, you know, doing loads of episodes in one shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Special that it's longest.
Definitely. Right then. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi there, LinkedIn family. Jonathan here again from Some Talented People with day 2 of setting moonshot goals. So we're here again with our panel, and let's find out what they think it means. Who wants to dive in on this? Anyone?
Does it mean setting really, really high goals that, you know, shoot for the stars and all that? No?
So both those phrases, I understand. What do you mean?
And then, like, when you're setting goals, you essentially set higher goals than you maybe feel are realistic, because say you set a goal to, I don't know, make £100 and then you make 70, you're still happy because you're closer to the goal. Whereas if you set the goal to make £50 and you make £50, you kind of stop there and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I've made the goal. Whereas if you set one that's essentially slightly higher than you originally may have anticipated as being realistic, then if you don't reach it, you're probably still going to be higher than what you would have originally.
So there's a TED talk called Teach Girls Bravery, and it talks about the fact that an HP report revealed that men will apply for a job if they have only 60% of qualifications, whereas women will do so only if they have 100%. And so basically boys are attuned to blagging it, and we probably set bigger targets because we just... I don't know, boys, you can tell me, but I get the distinct impression of bravery.
I'm not sure about that because it's a contentious topic between me and Sarah, because I'm a client and she's been trying to push me to set higher goals than I think are achievable. And I think it's more if you really understand how your business works, how your marketing works, what you need to do to spend, and then you end up putting everything in a spreadsheet, that kind of limits you in terms of the goals that you set. So Sarah's saying, well, why can't you do 10 times? Why at the moment you're saying you want to grow it's going to be really difficult to, you know, increase your revenues by 3 times over the next 2 years. Why can't it be 10? What are the things that are stopping it from being 10? And a spreadsheet, if you go down the kind of mathematical route of trying to work it out, it doesn't really work. You have to think outside of the box, and and I'm a boy and Sarah's a girl, so yeah, I disagree with that maybe. But the stats.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if we were to stereotype, then yes, it might be that men have more of a tendency to set moonshot goals. But one of the things I like to talk about is how we need balanced traits within us. So men need to embrace feminine traits and women need to embrace these more traditionally masculine go-getting traits. So to me, a moonshot goal is something that you believe is impossible for you where you are right now. However, if you can start to envision it, even if you don't know how to get there yet, you start putting in place the steps. So you start working backwards from that moonshot goal. And most people's problem is that they aim too low and reach it, not that they aim too high and only get halfway there or 3/4 of the way there. I think there's that fear of setting a moonshot goal. I'm sure Max can speak to this, because it should make you feel uncomfortable. It should make you excited as well, but it's that sweet spot between terror and feeling really excited about something.
I like that. And what's interesting, I'll come to you in a second, Paul. What's interesting about this relationship between you and Max is that Max and I are both dyslexic. So we see in pictures, and spreadsheets are the most tedious thing I could possibly imagine. And even though you might both want the same thing, you're speaking two different languages. Which is interesting because you visualize very much as well. So I'm wondering, yeah, it's just a question for later in the discussion. So Paul, we've got Sydney saying more than you think you can achieve, which is a little bit more. And then Max, when I spoke to him, he's just blown the whole market apart. He doesn't care, and it's going to be brilliant for you. When you're facilitating that kind of goal setting, what do you do?
There are a couple of things. Firstly, the goal has got to be realistic, but I also think it has to stretch you as well. It's one thing to say, well, I can quadruple my turnover in the next 3 years, but actually achieving that is something that you have to plan. You know, everyone says that every journey starts with the first step. It actually doesn't. It starts with the destination. So if you know where you want to be in 3 years' time, what you should then be doing is reverse engineering that.
Which is
so
what
okay,
said.
So if I'm going to be there in 3 years, where do I want to be in a year? And what do I need to do in the next 90 days to get me towards that 1 year goal? And if you've ever read the book, The 12-Week Year, what the author talks about is the fact that businesses set goals that are 12 months long. So they have targets, annual targets and annual milestones that they want to achieve. But if you do that on a 90-day cycle, that means you're cutting down the number of weeks that you've got to actually achieve that goal, and you're much more focused. And it's all about focus. It's being able to focus on what you have to do to achieve those goals, in my view.
I think there's also a capacity, you know, if you're the person who's going to be delivering that or delivering the goal, it's your capacity for stress and capacity for the pain that's going to come in achieving that. And I saw a picture the other day, and it was a big circle, and it said comfort zone in the middle, and growth was very much on the outside. And it is like that, and you've got to be prepared to go through the pain and the stress of delivering that, because it's not going to be a comfortable experience. It all comes down to that person's appetite to be able to
deal.
Exactly, to head towards that goal.
So I think then, as a cliffhanger for people watching, going to watch us over the next couple of weeks, we'll leave on immense pain and struggle, because obviously I want to encourage you to become entrepreneurs. So don't let this put you off. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow.